Hi, I am Kim Clark from Kansas, and I am a candidate for the Carl Perkins Community Service Award. My involvement in my professional organizations, I'm a member of the Kansas Association of Agriculture Educators, and I have been very involved in that organization, serving on the Public Relations Committee. And I'm also for our Northeast District in our state. I am the treasurer, and I've been in that position for 4 or 5 years. I've attended the ACTE Vision Conference and NAAE convention 4 different times. And I'm pretty involved with our Kansas Association of Agriculture Educators, and I've done a lot of different things with that group. Professionally, I'm also a National FFA teacher ambassador, and I've been in that program since 2016, and I'm also one of the mentor teachers in that program as well. And that is my involvement in my professional organizations. Question 1, describe one service project you have done and how has it impacted your students and your community? So my program has done a lot of different community service projects over the years, which you could see on my application. But some of those are funded through grants, but one of my favorite projects that we have done is our Poinsettias for the Elders project. We started this project in 2022, and our school greenhouse has been operating since 2015, and we have received great support for our annual plant sale. We have a fall sale as well, and the community has just really came out and supported us. There's no other greenhouse businesses in our community, so we lucked out with that, and we've just had really great support. And so we wanted to give back to the community some way for supporting the greenhouse, and so we came up with the Poinsettias for the Elders project, and we also wanted to do something for the elderly, so that's how it came about. So the first year in this project, we grew 100 red poinsettia, and we delivered them to the Prairie Band Potawatomi Nation Firekeeper Elder Center during their annual Christmas luncheon. The students put in all the work and growing the poinsettias in horticulture class, and we learned all about poinsettia production. And then we went and we delivered 89 poinsettias to the elders that first year and to the elders that were eating lunch. And then we left the remaining 11 poinsettias for them to deliver the next day to those elders that are homebound and unable to go to the Elder Center for the annual luncheon. And so that was really awesome that they still got to celebrate with the poinsettias as well. And then the next 2 years, we expanded that project, and we grew 200 poinsettias, and then we continued delivering to the Elder Center, and we also added delivering to 3 different nursing homes in our next community that's in our county. And we handed out the poinsettias to the residents of those nursing homes. And then we had a few left over, around 40 each year, that we then took to elderly citizens in our community and went and just gave them to some different people that we knew that were elders still living at home. And then we also took a few to our sponsors of our FFA chapter just because we had some left. The elders and the community members really enjoyed the poinsettia. It really brought cheer to everyone. And it was really sweet because some of the elders at the nursing home tried to pay us. They thought that they needed to pay us to thank us for our poinsettias. And we had to tell them that this was just our way of spreading holiday cheer to them. And they didn't have to pay us at all. We just wanted to wish them happy holidays. And that project has just been really amazing for my students and for our community. The kids get a lot out of it by going and talking to the elders and visiting with them. Some of them aren't around elderly very often, and so it's really just awesome to see them interact. And they love that they get to share the hard work that they've done in the greenhouse by spreading cheer to someone else. Question 2, describe one service project that you have done and how has it impacted your students and your community? Oh, I just read the wrong question. So I am so sorry. So question 2, identify a need in your community or state and how my students may address it. So one need that I have noticed in our community is that a lot of our students are on free or reduced lunch. And when I looked it up on the state site, it was about 50% of our students at my high school are on free or reduced lunch. And we do have a very high poverty area here. Whenever we do projects in class where we give food to students, they always seem really hungry and they're really receptive to being able to eat food. Anytime we have activities at nighttime, we always try to provide food for the students to eat on, whether it's snacks or meals, just because I know that some students are not going to have dinner when they get home. And so one thing that our FFA chapter and my ag program could do would be to start a backpack program at the high school. They have something at the elementary school, but it would be really awesome if the students in the high school would be able to take food home on the weekends as well and be able to have nutritious food that they could eat when they're not at school getting their school lunch. And I know that it would take a lot. And one of the reasons why I haven't pursued this more than a thought yet is it would take a lot of fundraising to get this off the ground. And we are just a really poor community, and we don't have the fundraising power to be able to fundraise to do something like this. We have applied for some grants in the past through Youth Service America and the National FFA's Living to Serve program, and I think that we could definitely get some funds through that, but I don't know if it would be enough to make the project sustainable or not. We could also use our greenhouse to grow plants hydroponically, but like I said previously, our greenhouse sale is really big, and we don't have a ton of extra space. So we could grow some lettuce, some tomatoes, but we wouldn't have enough to be filling those backpacks every single day. I still think that this project would be really good for us to do, and I would like to figure out a way to be able to source this so that students are not hungry when they go home. I think that students in the program would learn how to grow food. They would learn how to serve people if we had to go shopping and purchase food for the backpacks, and I think it would make a huge impact on our community. Thank you.